Far be it from me to do anything wrong. I will require my glasses. Okay.
Gerard, just turn me.
Consumers consume the consumable for instant satisfaction, unconscious of the ramification of their immediate reaction. A flavor distraction, nourishing but a fraction. Chemicals gaining traction toward a long-term interaction. This cellular infraction, an unnatural attraction. We must take action to make a retraction. Genetically modified organism is profitable cellular terrorism. Hormones merely a mechanism to feed our gluttonous hedonism. This fabrication feeds our voyeurism. What we need is a culinary baptism. And next, Mr. William Fudge. Is he over?
Oh, really?
Seeking Papa in Havana. The shadow looms at the corners and bars across Cuba. A frozen smile of burnished bronze, not unlike the color of Cubans. Out of the dim light, his words still resonate above the rumba cadences. Solid Papa in the cacophony and daiquiri. Facing the moment of truth, he does not flinch. He sleeps in Idaho, a Cirque in his hunting home. His soul, though, seems alive and awake among the fishermen, the tourists, Cuban boys playing baseball at the finca. Like others, I sought his ghost in Havana and found his ghost, not really expecting to.
I wrote on John Allen's sketch here of this mood, and I had my own take on it. Is this working?
Yeah, just gotta keep it.
Okay. Ode to Aging. It starts with the stomach, the belly fat, the waistline taking its pilgrimage south, never to come home again. Abandon the bikini, the tucked-in blouse, the belts you must now donate to Goodwill. Are the thighs next? Those bursting veins vexed with blue contusions that come from nowhere, but settle in for a long winter's nap. Spider eyes, not as bad as previously thought. How they announce a certain dignity, as if by their scrimshaw they have multiplied your intellect. Black widows, tarantulas, and still a certain fear, which brings respect you never thought you'd get. What's next? The breast, of course. Unpacked, unperked, unpopped, and dropped. Old cupcakes filled with vanilla gelato, left too long in the sun. And have you recently noticed your hands, especially with the nails unpolished, chapped cuticles as calcium dries up, one green vein reminding you of the finite lifetime? Turn them over, read the palms. Strapped to a polygraph, the undersides can say so much of what they've touched over the decades. Walk around with hands aloft and waving at the magnifying mirror where you squint, far-sighted now, thank God. I'm mystified. We're playing on the pun. Though there's a difference in density between fog and mist, it doesn't much matter on a twilight walk down the beach through droplets of crystal suspended above the Earth's surface. And when humid air cools quickly and lays its blanket across the sand, we can step through the magical curtain, turn on our heels as they sink in the soft, wet earth, and imagine another planet lies beneath our damp feet. Under these auspices, the magnetosphere's ions dance with the polar lights and turn an ordinary landscape into a science fiction novel. In this chapter, 3 figures emerge from the mystery of moisture. We can hear the foreign muffle of language between the boys, so contemplative as if planning a moon landing. And the girl, as she dawdles behind, wrapped in her red and white towel, almost her own flag, claiming this orbit of fog as her private island of yearning. In the backdrop, there is surf, a wavelength that obfuscates under the squint of distance. Where are the natives, she asks the boys, mystified why they don't hear her, themselves already fading into what visibility remains. I know she's here. It's called Moods, and I call the poem Moods. When the world is too much for you, earth spinning, its rancid accusations, its to-do lists and twisted aberrations on TV. If you could shrink small enough to fall through that wall, your hair in place of your face, bare feet scraped together beneath your knees, this courtyard might offer shelter, cocoon you in shadow and dimming light, while that orb overhead brought forth something like the good witch of the north. There might be a wish in the boarded-up window, and maybe later tonight it will lift and stretch heavenward, where no one will find you hidden and hued as you are here in black and white, the mood we all know, and by design often disguised, though surrender is solace and tender, even when there's no loss to grieve, no feud to fight, no wolf at the door, just the human condition at core. And I have books over there.
By Andrea Krauss. It's called Untitled. Untitled. What happened? I am naked. The strong bark stripped off. My dancing fronds cut. They surround my body like so much litter around my feet. All around me, destruction and despair reign. I want protection from this chaos. I feel the warmth of a breeze try to touch my soul, but I cannot lift my face to the heavens now. No celebration of the elements, just a hollowness inside. The world has lost clarity, and I am alone. This angel has fallen. With each breath, I feel the heaviness of a human body, all the limitations and the shame. Forsaken.
Actually, I painted this. It's a collage, and I collage my poetry, photographs, and different artwork into a collage. So this one's called Forget Me Not, La Famille. Family circles, round in circles, we found you. We found you while weeping willows grew. You wandered. We chopped it down, ran the yard round and round, holding hands. A life rope gone with the wind, cords, strong flowers, immigrants all. Forget me not, Masada, the wars, annihilate, knots untied, accepting right or wrong, laughing, smiling, etched, miling away, a string, a strand of pearls, blondes, redheads, brunettes, beards, don't lasso me in rings. Their songs wind me like twine, paths and hikes, wired, hard, bounded family circles, round in circles. Lame, no, love me, we're still here. I love you, forget me not, my family.